What's up guys? The first projector in 2026 on our channel Tech Brothers will be a new model from Wanbo. It is called Wanbo Cube 1. It is already the second projector in the Cube series. We have tested the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro before, and you can watch a video about it by the link in description. As you may guess from the name, the new Wanbo Cube 1 is the most basic model in the lineup, and it features 720p native resolution and 200 ISO Lumens brightness. However, it still has some main features of the previous projector, namely a compact design, a rotating gimbal, and even Google TV operating system with Netflix, YouTube, and other streaming apps. By the way, I still have Wanbo Cube 2 Pro, so in this video we will compare it with the new Wanbo Cube 1 side by side. But let's start the review by unboxing the new projector. The packaging of the new Wanbo Cube 1 projector is the same as for the previous model Cube 2 Pro. It is a simple cardboard box with an image of the projector on the front. There is only a sticker on the side with model's name, color, and some other specifications and information about the manufacturer. The contents of the package are as modest as its appearance, namely the projector. User manual and greeting card. Remote control and power cable. There is also a quick operation guide on the cardboard. That's it. Let you think badly of the Wanbo Cube 1. I should say the more powerful projector Wanbo Cube 2 Pro has the same package contents. Despite the identical packaging, the new Wanbo Cube 1 projector has very different design. First, it has more rounded shapes, both projector and its gimbal stand. In addition, the new projector is even more compact. Its dimensions are 200 by 110 by 110 mm. The weight is 920 grams. I have a dark green Wanbo Cube 1, but it is also available in Alpine white, Canyon orange, and sky blue. I think the projector looks very nice in all these colors. Just like the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro, the new model has a texture on the top and bottom, while the rest of the body, including the gimbal stand, is made of matte plastic. By the way, talking about the gimbal stand, it rotates 360 degrees on this projector. This provides a wider range of projection angles onto the wall and ceiling. Another function of the gimbal stand is to protect the lens from the dust and damage when the projector is not in use. When you rotate the projector, you only see the lens on the front. The thing is that the Wanbo Cube 1 has electric focus and keystone, not automatic ones. We will talk about that a little later. By the way, the area around the lens is made of glossy plastic. To be honest, I don't like it, because it scratches very easily. I can already see a few scratches here. On the back there is power button, USB port, HDMI port, 3.5mm audio jack, and power connector. We can also see a speaker here, as well as ventilation openings. It seems like these are the only cooling vents on this projector, so I am interested in checking the fan noise and temperature. We will do that later. Finally, the Wanbo Cube 1 projector stands on 4 rubber feet, and you can even place it on a tripod. You know, there's something in common in design between Cube 1 and Cube 2 Pro, but they also look different. However, the more compact size and 360 degrees rotation makes the new projector even more appealing. One of the main features of the new Wanbo Cube 1 projector is an Android TV operating system. You know, I even think that this is one of the cheapest Android TV projectors on the market. This is an official system from Google with certified Netflix, Prime Video, and YouTube pre-installed. You can also download many other apps from the Google Play Store. In the settings, you can connect to a Wi-Fi network and log into your Google account, but overall, there are very few settings for the projector itself. If you want to get the projector settings, you need to press the button on the remote control. Here you will find image correction settings, such as auto up-down trapezoid, manual Keystone Correction, display scale, Keystone Reset, and horizontal calibration. We will talk about focus and Keystone corrections a little later in this video. And there are also picture settings available on the Wanbo Cube 1 projector with color temperature modes and picture modes. Then you can choose the audio mode. The input settings include boot channel, HDMI control, ARC, input source, and ATV IR control. You can also change language and read about the projector. Finally, the advanced settings include projection mode, system update, and factory reset. Okay, now let's go back to the focus and Keystone correction. Unlike the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro, which has automatic focus and automatic Keystone correction, the Wanbo Cube 1 has electric focus via remote control and automatic vertical calibration. You know, I wouldn't say it works any worse than the more expensive Wanbo Cube 2 Pro. However, the focus will have to be adjusted manually, but that's not a big problem for me. As for the built-in speaker of the Wanbo Cube 1, it is the only one here with a power of 8 watts. Let's listen to some music.
Ready, steady, go!
In my opinion, the built-in speaker in the Wanbo Cube 1 projector is enough for a small room. However, if you want more powerful bass, or to use a projector in a large room or even outdoor, you can connect external speakers via a 3.5mm audio jack or Bluetooth. When it comes to the fan noise of the Wanbo Cube 1, it is about the same as the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro. 45 decibels close, and 40 decibels at 1 meter. Overall, it is pretty quiet projector. Finally, we come to the image quality of the Wanbo Cube 1. You know, the main difference between the Wanbo Cube 1 and the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro is the native resolution. The new projector has 720p native resolution, while the previous model has 1080p native resolution. This is really noticeable when you read text, because you can see squares or pixels at a close range. However, when watching videos, I wouldn't say that 720p resolution is worse than 1080p. Now you can see the comparison of the Wanbo Cube 1 and the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro.
Who look like they eat steroid pancakes for breakfast, turning my island into Beirut.
Detective, that is uncalled for. Are you gaslighting us?
You want to tell me why the Yakuza want you dead?
You have to ask them. Yakuza? That's who that was?
He's got it, and plenty more. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, the difference in resolution is not so noticeable. I think you have seen that the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro has much higher brightness, 580 lumens, or this is about 400 ISO lumens. As for the new Wanbo Cube 1, it has 200 ISO lumens. Comparing these projectors, the difference in brightness is significant. However, when you just watch the Wanbo Cube 1, it has pretty good picture. I want to show you some nature videos, movie trailers, sports games and gameplays on this projector.
Not to die of boredom.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do exactly what I say, you won't get hurt.
I need to know who they are.
The junction, where you choose one place to spend eternity.
You want a little spiffle?
And who to spend it with.
John!
I was in bed and then I...
You look crazy. That's shocking news. You're dead. Yeah, how'd you know?
It took him forever to figure that out.
Excuse me. They're here. The barriers have fallen. You fight and you condemn yourself.
We need to talk to him.
They call me monster. But who saved them when their heroes fell?
From the Odo, Georgia in the road red. Jordan Ross. Play action from Darnold, drops it off. That's Walker. Not tripped up, still on his feet. Darnold comes off his first read.
Leafs are trying to get a change, but Easton Cowan into Florida ice. Here's Cowan flipping it back one shot. Power play goals in the 4 previous games. Matthews wins the draw. Tavares up.
By the way, since the projector has a brightness of only 200 ISO lumens, it is better to use it in a dark room. You can still see the projection in a bright room, but the picture is much better in a dark room, right?
Do this clearly.
You're exactly how I dreamt you. Oh no.
How's this guy? First husband. He died in the war.
I never dreamt you this clearly.
You're exactly how I dreamt you. Oh no.
How's this guy? First husband. He died in the war.
Robbie Oots, the fullback. Charbonnet behind him. Charbonnet behind him. Time runs out.
So in this video, we didn't just test the new Wanbo Cube 1 projector, but also compared it to the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro. To be honest, the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro looks better than the Wanbo Cube 1 because it has a brighter picture, native 1080p resolution, TOF autofocus, and Keystone. However, the Wanbo Cube 1 has its advantages, such as a more compact size, a 360-degree rotating stand, but most importantly, the price. The Wanbo Cube 1 is almost 2 times cheaper than the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro, only $109. You know, this is probably the cheapest Android TV projector with certified Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video, and other streaming apps on the market right now. You know, if I called the Wanbo Cube 2 Pro the king of the budget compact projectors, then the new Wanbo Cube 1 is the prince. It is a decent, smaller version and overall one of the best projectors in its price range of around $100. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon!